Hey, gun people. I know a lot of y'all are on this Epstein thing, and I'm kind of hearing a lot in the background, but I've kind of tuned it out because I'm just writing it off as, you know, the government's going to classify or hide or do what they need to do if they're involved, and if they're not involved, nobody believes them anyway. So, but the Gateway Pundit here did a nice list of things. So here's a list of inconsistencies that they put. He was 66, highest profile prisoner in the system, I agree. He suffered broken bones in his neck, common with the homicide by strangulation, but I think if you hang yourself, you can break that bone also, because hanging is a form of strangulation, so I'm not too sure about that. But here's some inconsistencies that I thought was pretty interesting. Epstein said he was considering cooperating and naming names in his sex ring. Okay, I didn't know he had said that. He was found unconscious 3 weeks earlier. That was supposedly his earlier suicide attempt. 2 days prior to his death, documents released for the first time implicated several top Democrats in his pedo sex ring. Well, and Clinton was in those, of course. He was taken off suicide watch after a failed attempt just 2 weeks earlier. Normally, when you're on suicide watch, they don't remove you in 2 weeks. I'd like to see the medical reports and the psychologist that said, okay, 2 weeks ago you tried to kill yourself, and in these 2 weeks you've suddenly changed, have seen the light, and now no longer want to kill yourself. If he, in fact, really tried to kill himself the first time. He was in isolation. The cameras malfunctioned. That's a big kind of bogus thing. The government can always say the cameras malfunction when it suits their needs, but if it clears government, somehow there's always video. Even Mexico had video of El Chapo's release from their prison. Okay, later we hear that the cameras showed guards doing the rounds. Which one is it? I agree. They did say that they showed the cameras of the guards did not do their rounds. And then they said they don't have footage of his cell because the video didn't work. So evidently the video that was filming the guards was working, but the video filming him were not. Seems suspicious. Prison guards had worked several extra shifts. Well, of course they have, and all guards work overtime. And, you know, they're always saying we need more money and we need more guards. And when they get more guards, then they'll work more overtime. And then they'll say we need more guards because they're working too much overtime. That's the biggest scam for cops and firemen ever. But one prison guard on his floor was not even a certified guard. I think they were using, you could work an extra shift or something. I don't know how that works. The prison guards slept through their shift. Well, that happens all the time. Sorry, I hate to shock you. The guards did not check on him for several hours. Well, no kidding. I agree with that. There was reports of screaming in the morning that Epstein died. I didn't hear that. Who heard it? Who interviewed? I'd like to see those reports. The medical examiner, I guess that's the MCC. Oh no, maybe this is the facility he was being held at. The MCC had not seen a successful suicide in 40 years. That's a pretty good record. 40 years, there's no suicides, and when this high-profile guy is about to turn on a bunch of Democrats, suddenly the cameras malfunction, the guards don't do their job, and we have a first successful homicide. Well, Epstein said that the victim attempted murder through Epstein's former roommate is facing mass murder. That's his former. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Epstein had dirt on globalists. Yeah, Epstein was not given paper sheets. That's a big problem. So now we have guards not doing their jobs. The cameras malfunction. And why wasn't he given paper sheets? Why was he given regular sheets to hang himself? Epstein had sheets in his cell to hang himself. Epstein was not suicidal, according to medical professionals. If they took him off suicide watch, that would mean he wasn't suicidal. So why would he do it? Well, the cameras malfunctioned. Epstein told his lawyers Friday, the day before his death, I'll see you Sunday. That would indicate that he wasn't planning on killing himself. Epstein's former roommate heard nothing. Epstein reportedly had to get on his knees in order to hang himself from his bed. So it sounds like he hung himself from his bed, which means it wasn't high enough that he could kick a chair out, because normally people, the natural response is to stand up. If you can stand up, you will stand up. Your will to survive will override your will to kill yourself. People that kill themselves by hanging cannot stop once they started. That's why they're successful. If they could stop, then they're not successful, which is why they normally tie high, kick a chair out. That way they can't back out and they can't save themselves. So the fact that he had to hang himself on his knees, man, that's a big red flag for me. And the autopsy showed he had broken bones, common with strangulation. Some interesting facts, good questions. Of course, will we ever know the answers? Probably not. But anyway, thought I'd share that. We'll end that there.